It is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. It's 4:01 a.m. I am using my orange creme from Safeway to make my drink. As you can hear, I already have some poured in the cup. I already put in my fiber. I'm going to put in my Genesis, which is my greens, and then followed by the collagen. So, every morning I try to start off the day with this and not with you because I like to get into a routine, and it's good to get into a routine and be consistent. That is why I try to have a routine even with the gym. Now, I'm saying this and I did not go all last week and then only 3 days this week. I mean, with the tsunami and then with getting ready for the school year. Honestly, it was just crazy. So today I'm going back to the gym and restarting because you know what? It's not an all or nothing attitude anymore, and you just say F it and you just don't do anything. What I've learned is that even though you deviate from the path, are not far away from that path. You can just get right back on. So try not to, if this is the path, try not to be this far away from the path. If you're only this far from the path, it's so much easier to just get back in, right? Right. So that's where I'm at. That's what I've learned, because in my many trials and tribulations of trying to get skinte, one of them was going on to Jenny Craig, and that was the first time I ever lost 50 pounds, and it took me about 5 months by strictly following their meal plan, right? And then around 5 months, I would be like, I just want a bite of whatever it was. And then once I had that bite, something in my mind clicked and went, you fell off the menu. And then I could never get back. I could never get back. In my mind at that time, which is about more than 15 years ago, it was all or nothing. And then it only took me maybe in the last 5 years to kind of work through that all or nothing attitude, because like I said previously, I was 286.7 pounds, and that was back in 2021. So now we're in 2025, and I'm about 206, 208ish, and have not really gone. I mean, I went to 260, but I never went all the way back to 286.7. So I could have just said, F it and just go whatever, but always tried to get back on that path. So learn from me, and it isn't, when they tell you, if you think you cheated or whatever, really, just start the next day, or just start with the next bite, or just start with the next meal. Just get back on as soon as you can, because once you kind of delay it and procrastinate and rationalize it and fool yourself, it's going to take longer, and it's going to be a little bit harder to get back on to whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be weight loss. It's whatever. So, let's see. On my agenda today, I plan to go exercise, and then I need to do more of my schoolwork. Gotta get those, still working on those meeting agendas and documents. And I was able to do some of them last night during the meet and greet, because it was about a 2-hour window for the meet and greet, families would trickle in. And because I only had maybe half come, I had time in between to work at my desk and get those things done. But I'm still not done because there's a lot to do. And then also, I need to get this opening of the school year slideshow that shows all my rituals and routines, so the students are or they know, yeah, they what to do in my class, because it is very hard to like I said, get back on track. So if you don't teach right away and lay down your expectations, then it is very hard to get them back. Isn't that interesting though? It's kind of like the same, like a parallel. Like if you fall off track, it's harder to get back on. If you don't lay down your expectations, it's harder to get people to get back and follow your expectations. Oh, anyway. So, I'm also learning how to be a YouTuber. I'm not going to be the greatest one in the world, but what I've been thinking about is that this is new for me. And as you can tell by this video and my earlier videos, I have a lot to learn. But you know what? I'm a lifelong learner. And like I said in another video, what I learn now, I can use in my teaching actually. And it does. I can teach these. So, I mean, not specifically like, okay, students, I'm going to teach you how to be a YouTuber. But as I am learning this, I can, kind of fit in, video skills, maybe how to attract an audience. Like I'm still trying, I know. But, those kinds of skills that, I can just kind of fit into a lesson or a project. So whatever I learn, I always in some kind of way pass on to my students. And yeah, so that's what I've learned. Whatever I take on and my interest is, somehow it permeates into my students' lives. And it's a good thing because don't you want to learn new things? And especially, the kid, I sound like an old person, especially now, the environment has changed. I mean, the students now are expected to public speak and present and do all these things. But when I was in school, we didn't really start public speaking until 7th grade. So that would be 12 years old. Now we want like kindergarteners to start presenting in front of people. Even my 3rd graders, we had a celebration of learning where we have our project-based learning projects, and they had to present in front of their parents. And honestly, I could have never done that when I was their age. I still remember when I had to do it in 7th grade. I was so nervous. My knees were literally shaking and spasming that this mean girl had to go point it out. She could have shut her mouth, but anyway. But I was so nervous and I was so shy. And now we have these students. I mean, because of COVID, we had money to spend. So one of the purchases made was to get, the karaoke machine. But it wasn't a karaoke machine, but it was like the speaker, with the speaker and the microphone. So we still have that. So, when we had the celebration of learning, I had the students talk through that so that, they could be heard over the air conditioner and whatever. And, for the silent ones. But okay, so, and they just loved it. I couldn't believe it. So even the ones that I thought were shy, they were up there memorizing what they were going to say. I was so freaking impressed. But I had to hide it. But I told them, but I have to hide it all the time unless, they don't want to try, right? So but I was so impressed by their presentation skills. I'm like, wow. But yeah, so in this day and age, oh my God, I sound like really old. In this day and age, students and the kids nowadays, they're walking around with a little camera and everything they need in this little $1,000 handheld device. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, whatever skills I learned from starting my YouTube channel, in some way I will pass on to my students. So I think that even at my age and what I'm doing, and I know I'm not that good because I'm new, and I'm just going to say it right here, I am not a professional. My profession is in something else. This is just a way for me to express myself and to learn and to also document my weight loss journey and my aspiring bikini bodybuilding competitor journey too. So that is where I'm coming from, and that is what I thought about when starting this channel. I originally wanted just to document my weight loss journey and how it supplemented my with GLP-1s like tirzepatide, and how that would support my vision or my dream to be an aspiring bikini bodybuilding competitor, or whatever division I might fall in. But I know I'm not there yet in my YouTube skills or even in my bodybuilding skills. But like I said from the beginning, what are we waiting for? There is no perfect time to start. If there was a perfect time to start, I would never start, because there's never a perfect time to start. If I wanted to lose 60 pounds and go, okay, now it's time to start, I'll be like, maybe I shouldn't, because maybe I need to lose 20 more pounds and I'll look good on camera. But by then, how long would that be? And all those experiences are gone, right? In between. So that is where I'm at. I'm going to remix my drink again because it got... So that is kind of what I wanted to talk about. I kind of touched upon my the all or nothing video idea that I wanted to make in my bunny talks. But yeah, YouTube, I have been watching a vlogger, Peter Mon, who over the years, since 2017, I think. Yeah, that's when I started watching him. And I watch his daily vlogs and his different channels. And I just liked his attitude of, this is me. I barely edit. I barely edit too. I don't have time. My other job is in education. But that's where I approach this from. So I was like, if he can do it, and I've been following his, his growth, his progress too, because then I can do it too. And it'll take a while for me to progress and grow as well, just like in anything anybody ever does. So I've been learning a lot about YouTube, and I know that I'm opening myself up to the world, the good and the bad. But someone told me that you have to accept the good and the bad, and it's okay. And I was like, well, yeah, you are right. Even though I am ready for the trolls and the haters and the mean comments, it's gonna hurt. But like he told me, you need to accept the good and the bad and just accept it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty wise. That is pretty wise. So I will take his advice, because I value what he has to say, his opinion, and yeah. So I am going to learn more about YouTube so I can be a better YouTuber. And hopefully my channel can grow. I know it's going to grow very slowly, but it's okay because there is a plan. I don't know the plan, but the higher up knows the plan, and I'm just here trying to go through life and follow that plan because I know that the plan is in my best interests, and if I just follow the path, good things are gonna come. So remember, I will check in later during the day, and I hope to have more to share. But this is just my first morning impressions. Oh, maybe I should call this morning impressions. This little segment that I've been doing with making my drink and sharing my morning impressions. Oh, that's a good thing. See, I come up with these things once in a while. See, there's my signature. Bye and hi. It's so silly, I know. And then now I have morning impressions with Christy or Miss Bikini Buns. So yeah, I'm learning. So hopefully you're forgiving and you'll follow along with me as I learn and I grow and I lose weight. Reduce weight and just become a more positive person who learns. And now I'm rambling, so I will just cut it and I will see you later. Bye. Hi bunnies, it's Christy. I wanted to check in. It is, I don't know what time, but it's about 11ish. I did not go to the gym today. My friend really hit me hard. I had a lot of cramping, and if I do go, I think I'll have a clothing issue, if you know what I mean. So I chose not to go today because wow, for not having it for a while, everything is gushing out, if you understand what I'm saying. For some of you, that might be too much information, but you know what? It's real, and this is what I'm going through. So I'm going to have lunch now, and I'm doing my work and trying to get things done while still relaxing because, wow, these cramps are kicking my ass. Okay, see you later. Bye, bunnies. Hi bunnies, it's Christy. Just wanted to check in and let you know I have been down for the count all day Saturday. It is now, let me go check, 1:49 p.m. I took a nap because I was very tired. I'm happy I got something, so maybe now I got maybe 6 hours of sleep total. I just feel yucky. Y-U-C-K-Y, yucky. I don't feel good with the thing on. You know what I mean. Well, I'll just say it because of my period. I didn't realize the HRT would kick it into overdrive, but it did. So I'm hoping I can get it together by Monday because I do not want to start my first day of school like this. So wish me luck, and I will check in with you later today. Hopefully things turn around. But see you later, bunnies. Bye. Hi, bunnies. It's Christy. I am using my new camera, so I'm hoping that this comes out well. This is new for me, so I hope everything is good and you can hear me and the focus is good and I'm a little bit more crisper than when I was on my webcam. So I am just going to sign off today because I felt really crappy today, as you could see from my last check-in. I hope I feel better tomorrow so I can make it to the gym. I'm starting to feel a little better without the help of Tylenol for, my cramps. But you know what? That's what happens when you start HRT or hormone replacement therapy. Now, it might not be that way for you, but it is for me. I'm just telling you from my own experience what's happening to me. If you decide to start HRT, please talk with your healthcare provider, because it may or may not be of use to you. But for me, I wanted to try it because I was very tired of not sleeping well, being irritable, wondering if I was having hot flashes when I would feel warm. So I don't know, maybe that was a hot flash, I don't know, but it didn't feel like a hot flash the way that I read about it. So, but I felt warm sometimes, but I didn't know if it was because of my of how I was eating, you know, because of my metabolism. Anyway, so that's where I am today. I did not really get anything done because I felt crappy. So I did a little work on my meeting documents, but I need to do a lot more. And I still, as I'm thinking about it, oh my goodness, I better get it together in the next 2 hours or 3 hours because I really got to finish that that slideshow for the beginning of the school year. So I am thankful for each and every one of you who decide to like and subscribe, because you are sharing part of my journey, and I'm so grateful that you are taking time out of your busy schedule to share with me my experiences, and I hope in some way we can help each other. So I will say goodbye, and then tomorrow is injection day plus a check-in. I am not very hopeful about the progress this week as far as weight loss or weight reduction, but I'll just take it as it is because it's not like I went off the rails. There was just some things that was a little challenging, but it's okay because there's always the next time. Intentional next time, not just blowing it off and say eating a sundae and going, yeah, next time. No, we're not eating ice cream, we're not eating cake, we're not eating, well, for me, I'm not indulging in those kinds of things. I just need to rein it in. What is this? I don't know. I see a lot of people doing this. To me, it's like a little chicken. Okay, anyway. So I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with me. I will know I will get better, and I hope that we can build a community here in some way. I don't know what. I still haven't found my niche, but this is what it's all about, right? Growth. And remember, if I can do hard things, you can do hard things. So let's do hard things together. Bye.